How y'all doing today? My name is Kelan Johnson from Sacramento, California, and I was asked to answer a question regarding whether or not I thought that there was a youth crisis going on. My answer is yes, I do. I feel strongly that our children are lost, that our children are misguided, and that our children have been accustomed and desensitized based off of everything they've been seeing on TV, social media, what's in their homes, what's been taught to them, the music that they listen to. I feel like a lot of factors play into this crisis that's going on. And I think it's a crisis necessarily because the the fact that a lot of kids and teenagers and children just think a lot of things are okay. A lot of things that aren't okay. Basically, they've been accustomed to violence. They've been accustomed to the language. They've been accustomed to lack of reading, lack of seeking knowledge. Technology, it is an amazing thing, but it's instant. Everything is instant now. That's created laziness, slacking, and it's created a want for instant gratification. And the young don't know how. And I'm not going to say all the young, generalize, but there's many of the youth out there that want everything like this. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to listen to anybody. They think they know everything. There's a lot of young kids doing drugs. I'm not saying there wasn't in the past, but I just feel like there's always been a youth crisis. It's not just now. Even with us, I'm 26. Growing up, I don't feel like, and still to this day, I don't feel like there's enough institutions and enough people coming together to try and help these young kids in their minds. But the way that I feel this situation can be treated and handled, and a solution can be made is by starting organizations, not just boys and girls clubs, but many of those after-school programs that we run. It doesn't necessarily have to be programs that are, governed by the state or the government in itself. It could be private, more mentor programs. There's a program called Project Optimism, ran by my friend Armani, easily. And it's an amazing thing. And it's helping the youth, it's guiding the youth, it's showing them that we can do so much more, and the environment you're in is not the only reality that's out there, So a lot of that, I also feel just teaching them more about their history, more male figures being involved, more female figures being involved, strong on both sides, strong leadership qualities, classes about credit and financing, just a whole bunch of different classes to get them ready for the future. All the stuff that's being fed to them is just for them to be worker bees and be trapped in a cycle. But exposing them to not only their history and not only finances, but just a new way of life, traveling, it'll open people's eyes up to want more for their lives, especially the youth. So programs to where children travel, go to different states, go to different countries, I just feel they need a lot of exposure, and I think they need a lot of what society has pushed into homes. It needs to get pushed out. Less TV, less YouTube, unless it's for research purposes, and you actually have an activity going on. A lot of kids are just wasting away their time and their minds off of stuff that doesn't matter, stuff that's fantasy. It's not real. So I just feel like there's plenty of things that can be done, and it's not hard. It's just about being involved in children's lives. We don't put the attention and spotlight on the minds and emotions and the well-being of the youth. It's just, we just pass time by. But that's where it starts and that's where it ends. It starts with the youth and it ends with the youth. You start off as a youth, as a child, a baby. You grow, and then you become an elderly person, and the youth take care of you. So it's a cycle. It's a full cycle. So that that's my answer. There's probably a lot more ideas and opinions that I have, but I do know one thing. Not saying, no, matter of fact, there needs to be strong female role models in children's lives, period, so that they can see that women can do for themselves, that they can take care of themselves and they're not property. They have minds, they're actually very intelligent, and they're all beautiful. It's all about the inside first, and then you work your way outside. You learn to like the qualities about a person's face and body features after you learn to love and like the qualities about the person themselves, their souls. But strong female influence and strong male influence. Statistics prove that when you have both of those, you avoid a lot of obstacles that can come your way because you didn't have that support system or that leadership there. So even if it's not your own parents, not your own family, just those two contributions to that child's well-being should be definitely instilled in their lives, and they'll have a much better chance. So, yes, I do believe there's a youth crisis, and it's just generations just passing down bad habits and passing down bad habits and passing down pain and hurt. I think the youth need counseling. I think that definitely needs to happen. People don't put as much emphasis on therapy and counseling. Counseling can be all types of forms, music. It could be just different outlets. But they do need to talk to somebody about the things that they've been through, if they have been through things. They need to open up and seek that help, because that's one problem in the black people's, indigenous people's, households. We don't put emphasis on the fact that we do need help. So that's my answer, y'all. Blessings to all. Have a great day, and thank you for asking this question and putting in effort to help all you. So shout out to Malcolm in the back, man.